So, I was in a taxi the other night, and I leaned forward and touched the driver on the shoulder, and he screamed and nearly rammed the car in front. I said, "God, what was that about?" And he said, "This is my first night driving a taxi. For the last 20 years I've been driving hearses." He'd been driving hearses. He normally had dead bodies. Never mind. Look, the guy'd been driving dead bodies around for 20 years.
I do not understand. If he had been driving hearses for 20 years, why is he now driving a taxi?
Let's just forget it, okay? Thanks, I can walk to the curb from here. And then the moil says to the rabbi, "Okay, you try saying that with a foreskin in your mouth." Okay, stop me if you've heard this. So, these two hunters are out in the woods when one of them collapses. He doesn't seem to be breathing and his eyes are glazed. The other guy whips out his phone and calls the emergency services and gasps, "My friend is dead, what can I do?" The operator says, "Calm down, I can help. First let's make sure he's dead." There is a silence, then a gunshot is heard. Back on the phone, the guy says, "Okay, what now?"
Hang on, they want you downstairs, you're on in 50 seconds.
Okay, better get going then. How's Jimmy tonight?
I think he's stoned. He's seeing spiders everywhere, and apparently there are all these tiny midgets and they're trying to sell him travel insurance when, as he keeps telling them, he's definitely not going anywhere.
Great.
What the fuck are those spiders doing up there?
There you go. Now, remember, you're all a big part of the show, so the better you are, the better Jimmy is.
Here we go, guys, in 5, 4, 3.
From Studio 6B in Rockefeller Center, the National Broadcasting Company presents Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. Tonight's guests are Seth Rogen, Jeffrey Tambor, musical guest the Lumineers, and featuring the legendary Roots Crew. Here he is, Jimmy Fallon. Here I come. Here I
I'd like you all to give a big warm welcome tonight to Davis from the answering machine video. Can somebody get all those midgets off the set? No! I don't want any travel insurance.
Hi, it's great to be here. Did he say Jimmy Fallon or Fallon?
Oh, Davis Fallon.
Right. Anyway, that's not so much of a stigma these days. Actually, I've been in jail myself.
Really? So what was that like?
Not as bad as you'd think, actually. I ended up answering the phone for the warden. Warden Fuckknuckle. Anyway, that's what I used to call him. Hello, this is Warden Fuckknuckle's office. Warden Fuckknuckle's not in today. I do stuff like that. It helped break the boredom.
So Davis, just out of interest, what were you in for?
Well, I'd rather not say on national television.
Oh, come on.
No.
Come on.
Look, stop asking or I swear to God I'll stand on my head again. Fallon, you bastard.
Come on. I won't tell anybody.
Okay, well, if you must know, it was for Obstafum under Tinker Ober Bark Badness Bop Oberglame Insecting. Obstafum under Tinker Ober Bark Badness Bop Oberglame Insecting?
Yes, that one.
Actually, I have no idea. I think they may have made it up.
So, how long did you get for that thing?
Obstafum under Tinker Ober...
That thing.
Well, Jimmy, for Obstafum under Tinker Ober Bark Badness Bop Oberglame Insecting, you get 6 months. So Jimmy, here's a little song for you. It's called Dummy Boy.
Dummy Boy.
Yes, it's about a toilet. Anyway, I usually do it in the bathroom. What I do is, I get everyone in there with me and I stand there looking at the toilet soulfully, and then I sing. Oh dummy boy, the pipes are calling.
I think we've actually got a picture of you sitting on the toilet.
Don't you dare.
Can we show that? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Fallon, you bastard. I'm going to get you back for that. Just wait.
What are you doing, David?
I'm going to jump Fallon. Don't try to stop me. You've humiliated me in front of the entire goddamn world.
David, get out of it.
I said don't try to stop me.
Don't
Why aren't you trying to stop me? Okay, I'm going now. This is all your fault, Fallon, you heartless bastard. I hope you can live with yourself. I still hate you, Fallon, you big bastard. I'll tell you who is another big bastard. Hitler.
What?
I said Hitler was a bastard. Talking about Hitler, here's a story. Einstein rang Hitler up once just before the war. He said, "Hey Adolf, I've got the most brilliant idea for a new bomb." Hitler says to him, "Are you Jewish? Because from where I'm standing you sure sound pretty Jewish. Get off the phone before I call the Gestapo," and he hangs up. So, Einstein rings America and he gets onto Eisenhower, who happened to be president at the time, and he tells him all about his new bomb idea. When he's done, Eisenhower says, "Great, I'll take 2. Anyway, later, Eisenhower's talking to Bobby Oppenheimer. Bobby Oppenheimer was Jewish, by the way. I think he was the guy who designed the tail fins for the atomic bombs we dropped on Japan back in '45. Sorry about that, Japan, but you were being very pushy. Anyway, Eisenhower's talking to Oppenheimer and he tells him he's just bought 2 new bombs from Einstein. Oppenheimer bangs his head against the wall and says, "Einstein, please tell me you didn't pay retail." I can see they are winding us up. Have I got time for one last gag?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll make this quick. A doctor goes into his regular bar, and goes up to Dick the bartender and says, "I'll have an almond daiquiri." The bartender goes off to make it, only he's run out of almond essence, so he puts in hickory instead. The doctor takes one sip and says, "Is this an almond daiquiri, Dick?" And the bartender says, "Sorry, no, it's a hickory daiquiri, Doc." So, This cokehead's out walking around and something happens and he ends up helping some other guy out. Anyway, the other guy says, "I'm a genie and I'm going to give you 3 wishes. Are you listening?" What did I just say? Okay, so, the cokehead says, "Well, first off I wish for a big bag of Coke." Poof, the genie produces a big bag of Coke and they go back to the cokehead's house and do lines together until it runs out. So, then the genie says, "Okay, what's your second wish?" The guy says, "Another bag of Coke," and poof, there's another bag of Coke. They snort all that, and then, same thing, the guy wishes for another bag of Coke. When that's gone, the genie says, "Well, there's your 3 wishes," and he starts to leave. He gets to the door and stops, turns around and says, "Okay, maybe just one more wish then." Listen, I'll have some of that. Just pour it down the earpiece. Hey Fallon, what's the name of your dealer? My guy's going on holidays next week and I don't want to be caught short.